Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your December 2016 mid-month readings. I hope everyone is enjoying their December so far. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's to you. Happy holidays for those of you who are celebrating such things. I am using the Gilded Tarot as I usually do, and even though we're focusing more on the last half of the month than the entire month, I'm still going to be drawing the same 8 cards with an additional ninth card from the bottom of the deck representing overall energy and advice. Make sure to check your rising and your moon sign videos as well. You may find that they play out a little more predictively for you than your primary sun sign if that's what you're watching now. Or if you're like me, you may find that watching all three just gives you different insights and glimpses of what's going on in your life right now. So watching all three together gives you a more whole and cohesive picture of the time frame that the readings cover. Thank you always to those of you who continue to watch and listen and subscribe. Love the comments and the feedback. Keep them coming. Your support means so very much to me. It's why I do this. And thank you to all of my clients. Thank you to those who reach out from time to time. And thank you to my regular clients for allowing me to be a more regular part of your life. And thank you for the continued updates from clients on how the readings continue to play out in your lives. And if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me or as a gift for friends, family, or loved ones, particularly during the holiday season, just let me know. You can click on the About button on my YouTube channel's homepage for a little more information. You can email me directly at Maggie, the number one, McGuire at gmail.com. That address is also under the About button if you click on it. I do readings full-time 6 days a week, so I'm able to get back with you pretty quickly and schedule a reading in a fairly timely fashion. I do still have openings left between now and the end of the year. And I also offer a 60 to 75 minute yearly overview and outlook. It's a 24 card spread, which is nice to do at the end of the year for the coming new year of 2017, although you can do it at any time because it simply covers 12 months from the time of the reading. But I always get a lot of requests for them at the end of the year. So if you're interested in that, just email me and we'll set something up for you. So moving right along, let's get right into this reading. This is for the water sign of Cancer for December 2016 mid-month. What does the remainder of December 2016 have in store for our crabs, the water sign of Cancer, the Cancerians? What do they need to know? What do they need to see? Guidance, feedback, advice, and any messages from Spirit for the water sign of Cancer for the remainder of December 2016. December 2016. Remember, of course, that these are general readings. They're not going to play out the same for everyone who watches because there's a lot of you watching. So make sure to check your rising and your moon sign as well. So let's begin for mid-month, December 2016 for Cancer. We begin with the Six of Swords, followed by the Tower in reverse, healing, lots of healing energy, followed by the Six of Cups with the Ten of Wands. We have the World card paired with the Star. What a beautiful, beautiful combination. A lot of healing, restorative energy, Cancer, for you at the end of the year. What a nice way to end the year. And at or towards the end of December 2016, we have the Three of Cups with the Eight of Cups. And from the bottom of the deck as overall energy, we have the Nine of Cups. Wow, your overall energy and advice is the Wish Fulfillment card. Let's just take a quick look, Cancer. Definitely healing energy. It looks like some of you have been through well, I think every sign, of course, everybody goes through different challenges over the course of the year. But it looks like, Cancer, for a lot of you, some of you are healing and recovering from something which happened, which was quite which really shook your world with that Tower card in reverse. Leaving stuff behind, ending burdens. It's interesting. I just finished doing Leo, and very strong energy also of things drawing to a successful completion and close for you. And it looks like for you, you're drawing to a close on something too, but it's more of a getting over something, healing from something, which looks like it may have been quite challenging or even painful and traumatic for some of you. So we find ourselves at the middle of December 2016 with the energy of the Six of Swords, followed by the Tower in reverse. So the Six of Swords. Swords is air energy governed by the element of air. And the Suit of Swords is all about words, communications, ideas, thoughts, perspectives, belief systems. The Suit of Swords rules everything that goes on up here. It's very mental, intellectual, cerebral energy. Sixes can represent travel as well. So for some of you, this actual movement involves actual physical traveling or relocation as well. The Six of Swords is a card of generally of healing, of moving from troubled, turbulent, chaotic, choppy waters into a time that's more peaceful and serene. There's a very strong energy of healing and restoration and getting over something in this card. For those of you who have been facing any serious health issues or a long illness, this represents recovering from that, kind of coming out of that. For others of you, it can represent, coming out of a bad breakup, getting over grief, loss, any death of some kind. It's a quieter. The energy of the Six of Swords is quiet and sometimes somber, but it's positive energy. It's moving from. Actually, in other tarot decks, sometimes the water behind the boat is depicted as very choppy and turbulent and wavy, and the water in front of the boat is very smooth and placid and serene. It's a card of healing and restoration, of coming out of a difficult or painful, challenging time and moving into a more peaceful, smooth time. It's transitional energy, meaning that whatever it is that you're leaving behind, you've left it. You haven't quite gotten to the place where everything is completely over and settled, but this card represents the actual energy of moving towards that. It's a very positive card. You're moving into healing. Now, the Six of Swords is paired with the Tower in reverse, major arcana card. In the upright position, it represents something which comes in and really rocks your world and changes something fundamentally. It can represent a change in a belief system, a way of looking at something that was a fundamental part of your life. Because major arcana cards, I call them fingers of the divine, they represent significant, powerful energies coming in, which we have no control over, which is what the tower represents. This man is falling out of his tower, his home, which was made of brick, and he thought it was solid and stable and reliable. But this bolt of lightning has come in out of nowhere and destroyed his home, and he's falling out of it naked, which implies a high degree of unexpectedness and vulnerability as well. So this represents an event or something that comes in to really rock your world. And a lot of people really changes things fundamentally. And a lot of people kind of clench up when they see the tarot card because it often represents something which comes in and destroys or removes something from your life that you thought was very strong and stable. But in hindsight, it's always something that was meant to go. And typically we were either given opportunities to do it ourselves, but we were unable or unwilling to do so. But it absolutely was not meant to be part of our karmic path anymore, or something which has served its purpose, which we're still hanging on to, needed to be removed or really shaken up in our lives, so that we can have a different perspective and the opportunity to rebuild again something truly solid and stable and foundational. So you've gotten it in the reverse with the Six of Swords. So this healing energy, Cancer, it's all about getting over something. And because there's so many of you watching, of course, it's not going to resonate the same. So whatever the Tower card represents for you is what you're moving away from, whatever challenge or pain or trauma or difficulty that represents. And for some of you, sometimes the Tower card represents something incredibly positive at the time. It just comes in and shakes your world. But it's often viewed as or experienced as something a little more challenging. But you're healing from this. You're moving through and away from this energy. You're not quite to that place where everything is, everything's come together yet, but you're headed there. The worst of it is over. The most difficult aspects of it are over, and you're moving into a more peaceful and healing time in your life. So good for you. Now, next to that, we have the energy of the Six of Cups, accompanied by the Ten of Wands. So here we have water energy. The suit of cups is ruled by the element of water, and it's a suit that governs the area of our life that has to do with emotions, feelings, relationships, love, all different kinds of love and all different kinds of relationships. And it's sitting right next to the Six of Swords, another six, and they do represent travel. So for some of you, you're actually traveling. Part of this moving towards a healing period, you actually may be physically moving, relocating. You could be just traveling for the holidays or relocating as well. The Six of Cups is a card of about the past, basically nostalgia, reminiscence, looking back. It's a card often of childhood, of your roots, your place of origin, the family, where you grew up, where you were born. Some of you, this may represent travel back to see parents or relatives during the holidays, travel back to the place you grew up in, roots of origin, which has a place which has a strong connection to the past. Some of you may be actually physically traveling there. For others of you, this is just a card that represents the past, childhood, family, long ago history and past for you. It's accompanied by the Ten of Wands. And I feel like for a lot of you, whatever it is this tarot card represents could have had something to do with the past. You're finally overcoming maybe some issues from the past. And what a great time to do it as we draw to a close of December. We're also coming to the end of 2016. And it's often a time of looking back and reflection for people. And for some of you, this may represent something that you're overcoming or finally healing from, which could have to do with childhood issues or issues with family or family estrangement for some of you. Some of you may be reconciling, coming together with family or parents or relatives. And part of that healing energy, some of you may be healing old rifts or family estrangements, any issues like that. For some of you, the past may not be specifically oriented towards family. It could be an old love from the past. It could be somebody from the past coming back. There's a sense of reconciliation, or for some of you, it's going to be just whatever you've done to heal. It feels like it's coming together pretty solidly for you in the remainder of December 2016 and the remainder of the year in entirety. For some of you, this healing is as a result of reconciliation energy with someone from your past, be it an old flame, a best friend, or family. And some of you may be traveling to do that as well. Something is coming to an end. You're healing from something, and it represents the end of a long held burden for you, because that Six of Cups is paired with the Ten of Wands. We have fire energy here. The suit of Wands is governed by the element of fire, and it's a very active, action-oriented suit, as fire tends to be. It's creative, manifesting, building energy. It's about change, movement, action, power. Tens represent the ends of cycles, something coming to a conclusion. And for you, it's about the end of a burden. Now, for some of you, this is literally going to be the end of like a cross you've had to bear for a while. For some of you, it could be a relationship or issues within a relationship, perhaps a grudge that you've been holding for a long time, or just a relationship that was broken or ended in the past. There is a lot of kind of emotional energy in this reading. For some of you, it could represent the end of some other challenge or something, that a long project you've been working on that's really taken a lot out of you. Again, it's going to manifest differently because there's so many of you watching, but the energy is fundamentally the same. Something is drawing to a close, which may have required an awful lot of effort for you over a fair period of time, or something which has been just a real struggle and a real burden, and it has a connection with the past somehow. And I feel like for a lot of you, it's a relationship. Some of you, it's a relationship issue or pain or trauma from a relationship from the past, that it has a connection with the past. Again, whether it's family, relatives, parents, siblings. For some of you, it could be a romantic relationship from the past. There's healing energy, though. You're overcoming it. You're getting over it, whether that's on your own or the work that you've done on your own, or whether you and someone else, there's an opportunity for reconciliation. And some of you may be, in fact, traveling to this. For some of you, it could be that connection to the past, especially right now during the holiday season. Some of you may be traveling to or just be surrounded by family, relatives, and this is part of what's helping you in this healing energy. It's part of what's healing you and helping you restore what was broken, or even if it's just within yourself and not actual restoration of a relationship. For some of you, it could be family is primarily what's helping you with that at this time. It's going to play out differently. Now, next to that, we have a beautiful combination of two major arcana cards. We have the World, another card of completion. Seems to be a theme so far with the signs, and the Star card, hope and faith. So the World card is the last card in the tarot. It is a card of completion. It is about reaching a very important, significant landing spot, kind of like you've reached the top of a mountain, and it's about taking a minute to pause, stop, and reflect back over whatever this is, whatever this represents for you, whatever is represented, especially with this tarot card energy, this 10 of wands, whatever it is that's drawing to a close, that you're healing from, that you're overcoming. You're not quite there yet, but you're working your way through it. And it's about taking time to stop and acknowledge everything that you've put into this, and everything that you've been through, what it's cost you, and how much you've worked to get through it or overcome it, which is what the world is about. It's about feeling on top of the world, taking time to acknowledge your value as a human being, embrace your own, what you've put into this, whether it's just what you've survived through and everything that you've done to kind of pull yourself through it and heal, or it could represent what you've accomplished, or this tower card energy. It could be that, out of failure or out of trauma or defeat, you have learned what you needed to learn and come out stronger than ever, kind of a phoenix rising from the ashes. This is the energy of acknowledging that, of realizing that you actually did it and what you might yet be capable of in the future. And it's accompanied by the Star card, which is beautiful. This is a card of hope and faith. It's one of the wish fulfillment cards, which I might add, you have the wish fulfillment card. The Nine of Cups is your overall energy, beautiful energy. The Star card is another card of wish fulfillment, of believing in that bright a path laid out in front of you, even if you can't see the path, even if you can't see the steps in front of you. This is a card of having hope and faith in that connection with the divine, of knowing that things are playing out exactly the way they're meant to. This woman is on her knees in this body of water, emptying her pitcher out into the water. She's completely emptying all her water reservoirs into this larger body of water, because she has the almost childlike faith and confidence in the divine, in the plan. She knows that the source itself is limitless. So when she needs water, it will be given to her. All she has to do is keep putting one foot in front of the other, do what's in front of her to do, and trust that she's on the right path, that she's being led in the right way. It's hope and faith, that you are loved, that the path is for you to have joy and fulfillment. And that's what's bringing you to this. For some of you, it's what's gotten you through whatever this is, and allowed you to, kind of like a phoenix rising from the ashes, be reborn through this, get through this, heal, overcome, recover, let it go. I think for a lot of you, I'm getting this let it go, something to do with the past, uh, and acknowledging your own worth and value in that process, hope and faith. And that's a beautiful combination of cards. For some of you, it's very profound, significant advice from Spirit, saying, have hope and faith. This is what's going to carry you through and get you to the energy of this World card. It's a very powerful, healing, restorative energy. I'll wait to see what the feedback is for some of you. Some of you, there's a connection to the past there. How it plays out is going to vary per person watching this. Some of you, what you're finally overcoming is an old hurts and wounds or grievances, loss and grief, perhaps from the past. And it could be for whatever's going on in your life right now, perhaps support from family as well. Beautiful energy, very healing energy, a quieter energy, but really a peaceful, serene energy. And there's a strong connection to divine here, and of trusting in divine timing and orchestration, trusting in the plan and in the path, even if it's not evident to you, even if you can't see the next step in front of you. It's about lifting your foot up and putting it down there anyway, because that's where it's coming from. Your overall energy is the Nine of Cups, which is having what you want, which is your cups overflowing with abundance, being able to share with friends and family as well. A strong we feeling in this as well, even though, of course, there's parts of this path that you've had to walk on your own. There's a lot of supportive we energy as well, which is another theme with the signs so far this month. So we end the month, we wrap up December 2016 and the year 2016 in a beautiful way. We have the 3 of Cups, celebration and being with people you really connect with, and the 8 of Cups, which is leaving it all behind, leaving the negative stuff behind. So the 3 of Cups, we have more water energy here, emotions, feelings, relationships. The 3 of Cups is a celebratory card, but it's a we kind of energy. There's a strong social theme to the 3 of Cups. It's about really being with people that you enjoy being with, that you really connect with, you feel authentic with, kind of a kindred spirit, kinship kind of energy, and celebrating with them, enjoying the time you have with people that you can just be yourself with, that you connect, kind of soulmates on a friend, kinship, or even family kind of level. Beautiful, beautiful celebratory energy. And it's paired with the 8 of Cups, which is a card of leaving, of walking away from something, turning your back and freeing yourself from something which has turned out not to be what you wanted, has turned out to not be fulfilling for you. Perhaps it was for a time and it served its purpose. This man has his back turned to us. He has definitively, assertively made his decision to leave whatever these cups represent behind. This is not a card that represents do I, don't I. He's already made up his mind. He's got his back to us. He's dressed for travel. He has his hat on, his cloak on. He's surveying the horizon. The only thing that remains is which direction he's going to go in. And these 8 cups on the ground behind him, some of them are tipped over and spilled out, some of them are upright. The implication is that he's tasted and drunk from most, if not all, of these cups. And regardless of what he thought while he was going through them, he's come to the end of them and realized this isn't what I want. It turned out differently than I thought. This isn't my joy. This isn't my fulfillment. Making a decision to turn his back and go in search of what his joy and fulfillment is, leaving this disillusionment, this disappointment, whatever it was that didn't work for him. Again, it's a lower echo of the Tower card in reverse energy here, leaving it behind. For some of you, that is the cause of celebration. With other people, perhaps people that have been privy to this journey with you. For some of you, it is this kinship energy with friends, with family, with the people that really get you, that really understand you fundamentally, that has helped you be able to turn your back and free yourself from whatever it is that is no longer serving you or was the source of pain and disappointment and disillusionment for you. And there's a celebrating of that at the end of the month and the end of the year, and of really being around people that really get you, that help you, that make you feel supported and authentically you. Beautiful, beautiful energy. And underscoring it all is your crowning card, which is your overall energy, the 9 of Cups. This is a card of wish fulfillment, of having what you want. Your cups overflowing, having not just enough for yourself, but again, that we feeling. This man is holding up his own goblet. He's happy, he's celebrating. And other tarot decks, he's portrayed as being rather rotund and portly. The implication being that he has more than enough to eat, more than enough to drink. His physical surroundings are comfortable. He has not just enough for himself, but you can see these other 8 cups all full, ready to be distributed to friends and family, sharing his good luck, his good fortune, his happiness and joy with other people. What a beautiful, beautiful way to wrap up the month and wrap up the year, Cancer. And good for you for however much you've put into overcoming whatever this has been, this challenge, this struggle, this pain for you. And for again, it looks like there you have the support of friends and perhaps even family around you. Some of you may be traveling for that this month, being with friends and family, loved ones, that connection to the past. I'll wait to see what the feedback is specifically for those of you for whom that resonates. But you're healing, and what a profound and apropos way to kind of wrap up the year in reflection on back and how much you've come through and how much you've actually accomplished. Take the time to reflect, Cancer. Take the time to look back and acknowledge everything that you've done, everything that you've accomplished, and everything that you have been through and are healing from and overcoming from. It's a beautiful, beautiful energy to have and to wrap up the month and the year with. So Cancer, that pretty much wraps it up for December 2016 for you. I hope that you've enjoyed this reading, that it's been useful to you in some way, that it's given you a little insight, some food for thought. And I thank you very much for watching it. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the very first reading of January 2017, the new year. And I hope that you will join me then. Again, if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading for yourself or as a gift for anyone that you would choose to gift it to, feel free to email me at Maggie, the number one McGuire at gmail.com, and consider the yearly overview and outlook too. It's a great time to get it now for the coming year of 2017 for yourself or for a friend, or in addition to as well. I will see you all hopefully in a couple of weeks for the January 2017 general readings. And until then, as always, Cancer, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all of you. Bye-bye.